The New York Rangers have traded one of their prized prospects. We told you that this could happen, and now it has. What does this mean for the Rangers, and what does it say about Rangers general manager Chris Drury? Let's talk about it right now. Well, welcome back to New York Sports WickerMedia. I am WatchUK99. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoy what you're watching, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share it with a friend. I love doing the content for you, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch it and spreading the word. So, we made a video a little while back about Rangers prize defense prospect Nils Lundkvist requesting a trade out of New York. He is not getting the playing time that he had been hoping for. And with the Rangers' defense, especially on the right side, he does not see the opportunity to get much playing time in the NHL. And he asked Rangers general manager Chris Drury for a trade. And with the training camp set to open this week, I believe, Chris Drury has accommodated Nils Lundkvist's request. He has traded Nils Lundkvist to the Dallas Stars out of the Eastern Conference for a conditional first-round pick and a conditional fourth-round pick. Now, here's how this works. There will definitely be a first-round pick. It will be in 2023 if the Stars do not pick in the top 10 of the draft. So it is top 10 protected. Now, if the Stars do have one of the top 10 draft spots in the 2023 draft, then the Rangers will automatically get Dallas's first-round pick in 2024, the following season. In addition to that, the Rangers also get a fourth-round pick in 2024. However, if over the next two seasons, between 22-23 and 23-24, if Lundkvist totals 55 points or more, that fourth-round pick becomes a third-round pick. And all of a sudden, that trade's looking a little bit more exciting. And hey, 27 points per season. If Lundkvist is going to get those top four defense minutes like he wants, if he's going to get power play time like he wants, maybe that's going to happen. It very well could. And, you know, we talked about this was probably going to happen. I said I was not in a rush to trade Nils Lundkvist. I was hoping maybe to get maybe a second-round pick and a fifth-round pick for him. And my concern was I didn't think that Chris Drury had the leverage in looking for a trade because the entire league knows that Nils Lundkvist wanted his way out of the town. But you know what? All the credit again to Chris Drury. He managed to get a first-round draft choice. And now the Rangers could have two first-round picks in the upcoming 2023 draft. A draft, from what I hear, that could be loaded. It looks like a very deep draft, much better than the 2022 draft. So if we take a look at the Rangers draft picks really quickly for 2023, as of now, they have their first and Dallas's first. Of course, that is top 10 protected, as I just explained. The Rangers also have their own second-round pick. They have their third-round pick from Colorado. They got that in the Alexander Georgiev trade. They don't have a 4 and a 5, but they have the sixth-round pick from Winnipeg that they got in the Andrew Copp trade and their seventh-round pick. So not a lot of picks, but they do have 3 picks in the first 2 rounds as of now. So I really wanted to take a second to talk about Chris Drury as general manager. Now, I have been through a lot of general managers as a Rangers fan. Craig Patrick, Phil Esposito, Neil Smith, Glenn Sather, Jeff Gordon. I'm pretty sure that's everybody. I think Sather took over for Smith. So, yep, that's everybody. And I got to tell you, Chris Drury has been on the job for a year and a half. He was hired in May of 2021, but I got to tell you, I think he is well on pace to be the best general manager the Rangers have had, certainly in my lifetime. The only one who could come close, really, is Neil Smith, and that's because he did win a Stanley Cup, although after that, especially in the late 90s, the team really, really went downhill, spending recklessly, drafting terribly, and I really think that Drury is on pace to outdo him. Just think about the moves that he's made. Trading for Barclay Goodrow and signing him. Give the Rangers the depth and playoff experience that they needed. There's no way they get as far as they get in the playoffs last year without Goodrow. Trading a third-round pick for Ryan Reeves, signing him to a 2-year contract. Maybe the team's, leader, almost like their cheerleader of sorts. But you know what? Can still play hockey. Can still hit when he needs to. And once in a while, he'll even pop a goal in for you. Maybe the signing Patrick Nemeth to a 3-year deal didn't work out very well, but he was able to unload the contract. Had to give away a second-round pick or two in order to do it, but he did clear the salary cap space, so I'll give him credit for that. Signing Mika Zibanejad, Adam Fox, and Igor Shesterkin to long-term contract extensions, helping to establish the team's franchise goalie, the best goalie in the world, the team's best defenseman, maybe the best defenseman in the world, and the team's top center. You can make the case, definitely not the top center in the world, but I would say a top 10 center in the NHL is Mika Zibanejad, especially when he's on. And also what he did at the trading deadline, getting Frank Vatrano for a 4th-round pick. Justin Braun for a 3rd-round pick, man, maybe overpaid there a little bit. You can make the point. Getting Andrew Kopp and a 6th for Morgan Barron, a 1st-round pick, a 2nd-round pick, and a 5th-round pick. Cost quite a bit, but Kopp was an excellent contributor to that Rangers team last season. Tyler Mott for a 4th. Tyler Mott was a player that if the Rangers could have had a little bit longer, I think would have become a real Garden favorite. Unfortunately, he goes to Ottawa. Rangers just didn't have the cap space to bring him back. And, trading Alexander Georgiev for a 3rd-round pick and a 5th-round pick. That's another player that Drury did not have a lot of leverage with because he was a restricted free agent. His contract was coming up. The Rangers could not afford a backup goaltender and pay him several $1 million, $3 million or whatever. They had to trade him. And the Stanley Cup champions, they decided, you know what, we'll take him. And the Rangers managed to get two decent mid-round draft picks for him. So, I can't complain about that. I am very, very pleased with what I'm seeing from Chris Drury as general manager. It definitely hurt way back when to see John Davidson let go. Jeff Gordon, I was kind of mixed on. I like Jeff Gordon, but was, many good moves, many bad moves, but never quite had utmost confidence in him. And right now, I've got to tell you, I'm pretty excited about where Chris Drury is taking this team. There's a reason why a lot of teams, including, I think, Pittsburgh, wanted to sign him and make him their general manager. Rangers wouldn't let that happen, and I think they're really reaping the benefits. And I think that's one of the reasons the Rangers are set up for success for the long term. Well, thanks very much for tuning in. I'll see you back here with more content from you know where. The Wicker Chair.